What's up, wrestling fans? The WWE is going after anybody, baby. They're going after everybody who uploads the roast. If you upload a clip, if you play a clip, if you do a clip, or whatever, a clip of a clip, the WWE is going after you. They are doing it. So we've all been targeted recently. I don't know if this is The Rock commanding this or if this is somebody else there. A clip, or whatever, a clip of a clip. They're going after everybody. Of course, they're not going after their corporate buddies like it busted your mother, but other people they are. We've all been targeted recently. I don't know if this is The Rock. Several other places. So even if you uploaded 20 seconds of the roast. So if anybody has the roast and you were thinking of uploading it or whatever, you want to get your lawyers ready. You could probably get it up on maybe Rumble or somewhere like that, but I don't know. But right now, yeah, you can't do that on, or at least you won't be able to do it on YouTube. So they're going furious after people for that. So just be aware of that. I'm sure they're not happy with the response to WrestleMania, with the coverage, at least by people that aren't paid off, I guess, and for those reasons, they're out there looking for anybody and anything they can to get you, and that's what they're doing. So I uploaded a 20-second clip of something and and I'm dealing with an issue now too. So just a 20-second clip, and they want to make a legal claim out of it. So there you go. And that was uploaded by somebody else that's already on YouTube. So just playing another YouTube clip doesn't matter to them. So if you want to be in a legal battle with WWE, get ready. So that's crazy. WWE going after anybody who posts any clips or audio whatsoever of the WWE roast from the and we've all been dying for it. Like, where is it? Whatever. And I think why it's missing. I'm assuming that either WWE never intended for anybody to ever see it. It's either that, or they're gonna heavily edit it and then release it on Netflix. That's been what I've been wondering about. I'm like, maybe they're gonna clip it, maybe 20%, and then put it up on Netflix. And once they put it up on Netflix, and so that's why they're trying to get rid of these uploads. And I could see if you uploaded the entire audio of it, even though you recorded the audio yourself. But no, they're going after 20-second clips. They're going after anybody and everything and anybody and whatever. And they're taking out 20-second clips. Recently, the last couple of days, I've been hardcore focused on The Rock, right? I almost don't even think it's mainly The Rock's fault. I think The Rock is getting some of the kind of a bad rap a little bit. Like, I think they begged The Rock to come back to the WWE because of low ticket sales. They begged The Rock to come back. And he was like, okay, well, I'll show up. So he does. And then he decides, allegedly, he decides that, well, I don't want to make this about this soul thing and whatever else. I'm going to step away. So that was the mistake right there. Whoever's mistake that was, it sounds like The Rock's. I went off on a rant about this, flipped out the other day, lost my mind. And then David LaGreca from Busted Open copied me, and then he went on a rant or whatever. And he's getting all this crazy publicity for it. And now The Rock has even responded to him. But again, like I said, David LaGreca has been copying me forever. So what are you going to do? The guy literally watches what I did and then ranted the same exact way. So because Dave LaGreca, works with Bubba Ray, Bully Ray. And Bully Ray seen what I did for years. And that's why Bully Ray didn't like me and everything. And he told his buddy Dave LaGreca, he was like, dude, you got to do what this guy does. You got to do what this guy does. And so he does. But he's on Sirius Satellite Radio, so there's a difference. But, that being said, that guy's a four-eyed fucking loser with no family. So what are you going to do? You know, and what did Thunder Rosa, who came on our show, where did she go? Exactly. The guy just takes everything we do. You know what I mean? Let's just face it. But he'll be dead before me. So that's okay. How about that, Davey? How about that, white teeth? You loser. So basically, WWE is taking down the roast. They're embarrassed, I guess, or they want to keep it for themselves so they can make all the edits and do all the things they want to do without you hearing it. But like I said, even 20-second clips, WWE Legal is going after people for 20-second clips. Even if you have a 20-second clip of the roast, a piece of the roast, whatever it is, they are coming after you. And they're coming after you hard. They are really butthurt about that roast. The WWE is so furious about the roast. It's almost unbelievable. They've got lawyers working with Saudi Arabia lawyers and Israel lawyers, if you know what I mean, on this thing. That's how bad they're coming after you. They are so embarrassed and angry about the roast. They are pissed, guys. I mean, you could leak so many other things, or you could put out audio of so many things and do so many things. Hell, how many streamers play the fucking shows? How many streamers play the literal illegal pay-per-view streams of the shows, show 10-second, 30-second, 3-minute clips of WWE content? Nothing is done to them. But if you put out 10 seconds of the WWE roast, they are coming after you. They're coming after you. Legally, they're coming after you as best they can. They really don't have leg to stand on with it, I don't think, but they are coming after you legally. And you can fight them back if you want in court. And maybe you'll win, I don't know. But, and you know, honestly, if more had happened to me, I would have gotten a lawyer and I would have gone to court with them, and I would have countersued them for loss of wages and targeted. I would have said they targeted me on purpose. Because there's multiple examples of things being up everywhere with their content, but it's from streamers and people that they like, so nothing is done. So I would basically say that they targeted me out of discrimination, and also loss of wages. And there's no statement about this, and this isn't even their audio. It was taken from somebody else who lifted the audio out there. So there's just so many things you could do legally. So it'd be unbelievable. And hell, I need some money. So, if I could get in a little bit of a legal battle with WWE and maybe get $1 million out of it, maybe I would. We would see. But, we've got some pretty good examples of targeted harassment, of targeted, misrepresentation of the copyright process. Even the people that originally put the audio out there, it's like some of them still have it up, but they come after people with 20 seconds of audio that's recorded on somebody's phone somewhere. I don't know. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on. But WWE is going after streamers, they're going after fans, they're going after you. And mostly it's over the fact that they're upset about how the roast went. They're upset about how WrestleMania is being perceived by some, not everybody, but I mean by some, the loud minority of people that matter in the vocal minority of streamers, IWC people. So for those reasons, they're pissed, and they've got their ears up, and they're ready to go. Trust me, I've seen this before from WWE. I know their tactics. We know what they're about. I mean, I'm on a list. Yeah, I'm on a list to not be banned and blocked for just regular stuff, because the WWE legal team has already worked with me on it, and they've been great as far as that goes. But as far as audio coming from a different source, like this roast thing, they're not playing around. That's why I'm okay over here on my stuff, because I already have, I've already worked things out with WWE legal. They know I'm not going to show things that are I'm not going to show entire things or spoiler things, or I'm not going to leak out audio on this channel for things that they don't want. So I already kind of play ball with WWE. You know what I mean? I have the whole entire roast on audio. I could upload it if I wanted to. I could upload clips of it, but I know they don't want it out there, and I know that I have an agreement with WWE legal. And basically, if I want to show a clip or a GIF or do something, or if I want to show a little scene or I want to show a little thing for 10 seconds, WWE basically they have a tier system, a legal system of tier system, where at WWE legal they can check off channels like, okay, that guy, he always does this, but it's not bad, so check him off as okay. So basically, their algorithm looks for any of this audio. If I were to upload the roast audio on my channel, I would get in trouble because the manual algorithm would pick it up that I uploaded it, and it would hit me. But if I upload certain other things and lots of other goofy things and whatever else, I don't get in trouble for that because WWE, has me checked off that, like, okay, my kids are up screaming at each other. I'm sorry. I was like, was someone dead? I bought the 10 for like $10. I bought the Wii U Wii Sports. They've never played it before, and they're like just blown away by Wii Sports right now. They're upstairs just slugging it out in golf and bowling, and they're just losing it. They are having this grand old time upstairs until they break my TV with one of those remotes, which I told them be careful with the remotes. Yeah, so some channels are not passed at all. Some channels are completely allowed to do whatever they want. All that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Casey is here. What's up, Casey? How's everybody doing? Yeah, so I mean, just be prepared. WWE has different tiers, and if you're not on a tier, yeah, there's the donation link. You can go ahead, Shattered Sun, and make a donation. Thank you, Shattered Sun. Much appreciated, bro. You make a donation, Joe Cronin will do more streams. How about that? So more streams, Shattered Sun, but you got to donate. How about that? $10 at least. Be careful, guys. Whatever you do, don't break the TV. I'm so scared they're going to break the TV. Those wrist things aren't on. Brenna, if you can find the wrist things, they go on your wrist and they hold the controller on your wrist so that it doesn't go flying off. They're on the dining room table maybe, or on the table out there, and you can tie them to the remotes. I'm so scared they're going to break the TV. They break the TV, there's going to be no TV. How the F haven't you aged? What's up, Vincent the Bear? What do you mean? I mean, aren't you watching me like every week? Bear? Those wrist things are a must with Wii Sports. It can get wild. I know. They're freaking out upstairs, and I'm down here like nervous. Please, God, don't break the TV. They keep swinging the controllers, moving closer to the TV, and it's freaking me out. Dude, they break that TV. That's it. How am I not aged? Vincent the Bear. How long have you been away, Vincent? I mean, you got a membership, for Christ's sake. How long have you been away for? I mean, I'm about to be 41 years old. Fuck, if I don't age, that's fire, dude. I don't know. I think it's the hat. I take the hat off, I age like 15 years. Anyway, so there you go. WWE's going after those, anybody who uploads any audio of the roast is what we can tell. The Rock is, The Rock is being blamed, but again, like, I don't think it's necessarily all somebody's fault. I'm surprised that they don't realize that, that they couldn't, they started a story and then didn't finish it, and they don't realize that. It's like they don't know that. It's like basically WrestleMania 41 was like the last Jedi for WWE. They were like, guess who Rey's father is? Guess what's going to happen? Luke at the end of the movie. Oh, here's the last Jedi now. Luke throws the lightsaber, and then her family doesn't matter. and Snoke's not real, and nothing's real, everything's not what you thought it was, and we're not going to finish any of those stories. And you're like, what? And then you had to wait for them to fix it in part 3. I think that's literally where we are. For everybody that's hanging on The Rock and Cody and what's been going on here, what's been told so far, I honestly think that they're going to have to finish this up, because The Rock is the bad guy. I've been saying this for a year now. The Rock is the main villain people want to see. People want to see The Rock be this crazy villain guy. They love it. The Rock, I don't think The Rock realizes it, that he is the number one villain. He's the number one final boss. He calls himself the final boss. He should realize it. He calls himself it. That's the fucking funny thing. He calls himself the final boss, and they're surprised when people are like, yeah, we want to see John Cena be bad, but at the same time, unfortunately for the whole heel turn with John Cena, what they don't realize is John Cena still doesn't feel like the main guy. It still feels like The Rock. And The Rock is still building up that heat right now, just by not being there. He's got more heat on him by not being at WrestleMania. So you're setting up for a Skywalker Returns or whatever from Star Wars. Rise of Skywalker. I don't know if that happens at WrestleMania 42 or it happens at SummerSlam or when it happens. I would do it for SummerSlam. But you need to cap this story off, because people can't get it out of their heads that The Rock didn't show up and the Soul thing. They want the rest of that story. Clearly, you're finding that out. And that's because you set that up. The WWE, you guys set that up, and they don't even realize it. It's weird that they don't realize it. Oh, you start a story, part 1, and then you finish the story with something completely different, and you're surprised people don't get it. You're surprised people are pissed, that they feel unfulfilled. I mean, come on. How do you not know this? You told part 1 of something, and you said, get ready for part 2, and then did something completely weird and different. And people went, what? What is this? How do you not know this? It's weird that they don't recognize what they did. And it seems like The Rock the other day goes on and says, that he pulled out of the whole thing, and it's like, yes, that's a problem. I blame everybody. The WWE called The Rock in on this whole thing. If you didn't want The Rock involved, then you shouldn't have brought The Rock in to be involved. Or you should have brought The Rock in to do something different. The Rock should have come out and said something at Elimination Chamber that was different. Or they should have planned it differently. Whatever. But they called The Rock. It's not The Rock's fault. They had bad ticket sales or whatever. They called The Rock. They brought The Rock in. The Rock comes in, helps them sell 7,000 more tickets. Is that worth it? I don't know. Is that worth it? What's 7,000? 7,000 times what the average ticket is, like $80. I don't know. They made $500,000 by The Rock coming in. What did they pay The Rock for that appearance? Did they pay The Rock for that appearance? Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they said, yeah, we'll throw you $100,000 and you'll make us $500,000. That's worth it. How does that work? Or did The Rock just say, no, don't pay The Rock. The Rock already owns the whole thing. The Rock might have said to Ari Emanuel and these other WWE corporate people, hey, listen, guys, if you need something, you see the ticket sales are dropping, or you see the whatever, there's no interest, or you have a creative idea, whatever, you just call The Rock. The Rock will fly up, we'll do it, and you know what I mean? It won't cost anything, because this is my thing. I have an investment in it. I will be there if you think I need to be there for something. So they don't pay The Rock anything. Now, that would make sense. That would make the most sense, right? Why else would you put that investment in if not? Because that's only $500,000, and The Rock on one appearance is worth more than that. Dad, yes, Finn. How do you unsync the controller? Unsync the controller? What? Unsync it? Yeah. Why? Because Brad said she's going to take a break. Oh, I think if you just back out and you go back to one player, that'd be fine. So just back out and then go back in and just select one player. If not, I can show you how to unsync a controller, but you shouldn't have to go through the trouble of unsyncing. Joe, before the roast got taken down, did you listen to it? I really didn't, no. I'm sure the roast is up somewhere. I have it I actually think I have it, actually. I think I downloaded it, so I think I do have it. So I haven't been that interested, I got to be honest. A lot of people have been really interested in the roast and getting, whatever. I'm assuming that if you upload it somewhere, WWE is very upset about the roast. I'm assuming if you were to upload it to Rumble, that you will get a takedown notice sent to you. And basically, that's the first warning. And if you were to keep it up on Rumble, I believe WWE would then move with a legal process towards you. So I really don't think you're going to be able to get around uploading the roast right now. I don't think so, because they're very angry about it. So I believe if you were to upload the roast to Twitter, you upload the roast to Rumble, wherever you upload the roast and think it's okay, I believe the WWE will send you some sort of legal documentation. I don't know if maybe a foreign thing like Daily Motion or somewhere like that. I don't even think, maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's already up there, but I don't think you're going to be able to hide with this one, because they're going after 15-second clips of the roast. I mean 15-second clips of the roast. You can probably get away with 7 seconds because there's a legal barrier there with copyright, I think. But I don't think you could get away with anything more than that. So I do think that there's going to be trouble if you try to get it. So it's going to be hard to hear it. It's going to be very hard because they are being aggressive and crazy. And they are going after people. That's why people ask me, like, would I review it or play it or whatever? Absolutely no. Because if I was a smaller YouTuber with things don't matter to me and I wanted to upload it to Rumble, I might do that. But the thing is, on Rumble, they'll just come after you directly. On YouTube, they go through YouTube. They tell YouTube, take this down or we're going to have trouble. And then basically if you don't or you go to fight it, now you're directly putting yourself, like, YouTube blocks you a little bit. And then there's you. But after that, who's that? What? What do you mean the sink's weird? There might be a water pressure issue. The toilet upstairs is having a problem. When you push down on it, it then doesn't. It's like sticking or something. The mechanism. But that's it as far as the toilet goes.
You all have decided to take your hard-earned money and to fund my show, to fund what I do, to fund what I believe in, to fund my godly ass.
The Creator.
JCS Army.
Yes.
Donate to me.
The Creator.
Acknowledge me.
The Creator has acknowledged me. Wow. Thank God.
Joe Cronin live. LFG.
Let's go. The Creator. His name is the Creator. Yo, Creator, thank you so much, bro. Thank you guys. We hit 76,000 subscribers the other day. So thank you to everybody who's brand new and everybody who's been hanging in over the years. Pretty awesome to hit 76,000. We passed 75, 76. Now we're on the road to 80,000 subscribers. That's crazy. It's taken me longer than most other people. I think I've had a channel longer than everybody else who has 100,000 subs. So, you know, obviously I'm not liked by some people, but liked by some people. It's pretty crazy. That is the top donation creator. Thank you, bro. That's the only donation, actually. So you're going up on the top for sure. Man, my kids are having a blast at Wii Sports. They have been losing it. They're just having, like, the time of their lives discovering a game from 10 years ago. I almost fell playing Wii Sports earlier. Scam Tunes, what's up, bro? Yeah, so just be careful if you post the roast. I don't know if it's Tony Hinchcliffe, it's all the Joe Rogan people, like whatever, not Joe Rogan, but Tony Hinchcliffe is like, you know, the roast of Tony. What do they call it? Death to Tony. What the hell? Kill Tony. All the people from Kill Tony. It's like an hour something. It's like 2 hours maybe. I don't know. And WWE is taking anybody down. I'm telling you, 15 seconds of that clip, and they'll get it eventually. So be careful with that. But yeah, The Rock, there was something else I needed to move to, and now I kind of lost track, but I'll remember in a minute. Oh yeah, there's a lot of things, but one other thing that just popped in my brain is, you know, they're talking about Joe Hendry, and Joe Hendry got buried or whatever. This guy did not get buried. He got opportunityed, okay? It's an opportunity to show off TNA. It's an opportunity to show off Joe Hendry. And let's be honest, the WWE is the biggest wrestling company in the world with the best. That's where the best wrestle. Not meant to make fun of AEW, but that's where the biggest guys play, right? The WWE. So obviously you're gonna lose to Randy Orton. This was an impromptu match that came out of nowhere because Kevin Owens got hurt, and the WWE turned it into kind of a gimmick thing. And I understand some people might have wanted a longer, you know, match or whatever, but they used it to help propel Orton as well, because Orton is about to wrestle John Cena potentially. It looks like Orton is going to wrestle John Cena for the WWE Championship. And for that reason, Orton has got to be built up to be this big guy, right? Even though he is. We don't really need to build up Orton, but we kind of do. He's been away a lot. He's done wishy-washy stuff. So here's the TNA World Champion. Well, Randy Orton, you know, gets rid of him in 5 minutes, RKOs him. Let's go. So if Joe Hendry, the TNA World Champion, ends up losing to Randy Orton, the guy who's challenging for the biggest championship in the entire world of wrestling, in the whole world of wrestling, the number one contender right now, it looks like, for the biggest prize in all of wrestling in the entire world, the number one contender is Randy Orton. You're in the ring with that guy at WrestleMania. And yeah, you lost in under 5 minutes, but you're the TNA World Champion. I mean, bro, that is not, and I understand, like, in traditional sense, in a way, it's kind of buried, but it's not buried. It's the guy got one of the biggest opportunities of anybody in the entire world in wrestling. I'm serious. That position that he was in with Randy Orton was a bigger spotlight than several of the other matches that will never be remembered. What do you guys remember from WrestleMania? Like, let's count down the list of things you remember from WrestleMania. If anybody has any ideas, write them in the chat and I'll tell you if they click to me. But what do I remember from WrestleMania? I kind of remember that the women's matches were pretty good. I remember that John Cena won in the end. I remember that The Rock wasn't there. For some reason that sticks out. The fact that The Rock didn't show up. So Cena wins, The Rock didn't show up, and I remember Joe Hendry getting RKO'd.
I've been going to wrestling
because
shows
it was funny
for over
as
30
shit.
years. Never in all that time have I ever felt
Leonard,
until last Sunday
kitty kisser,
that my security, my safety, my life was in danger at a wrestling show.
Yes, Joey. Wii Sports is a fantastic video game.
Yes.
It's one of my favorites.
Oh, no.
It's most delectable and joyful. I've owned several copies and always keep it ready to be played and loved and fondled and explicitly ticked.
Oh,
Me and you
God.
are a lot alike.
Oh, my God. Well, Leonard Kitty Kisser, thank you. Thank you for that, Leonard Kitty Kisser. Please stay away from Wii Sports, though. Do it for all of us. Hey, Stacks Monet just gifted a membership to somebody. Hey, everybody, if you want to become a member, now's the time to do it. Make sure you re-up for the next month. It's going to be a month of members, if you know what I mean. And remember, don't forget that Jesse gifted like 400 memberships. So if you want to keep your membership, guys, just make sure you guys re-up your memberships. Because Jesse went and gave out like 400 memberships or something like that. We have a record amount of memberships on this channel because of Jesse. And it was crazy. By the way, we've now seen, I think, every angle possible of the Stone Cold Steve Austin ATV incident crash angle. I think we've seen it all from that. It's kind of unbelievable. And again, it's very strange. There's finally an angle of the people's perspective where you see all the drinks spill everywhere. The funny thing is, I kept saying to you guys, when those barricades get hit, the amount of drinks that go flying is crazy. And from the angle that we get, you see the drinks all over the place and all over everybody, which is really funny. And I'm trying to create a montage of like a shot from every angle of that situation to break it down and then put out potentially a video on it. But I'm trying to make sure I've got everybody's like, you know, all the credits to everybody and then also finding all the clips and just, you know, trying to put something together for everybody for fun. But that's kind of turned into a bit of an event, and I've been really busy trying to make sure I don't lose my, you know, electricity or house. So for the people that don't know, I'm working like, you know, a lot of jobs, and I need to find I got laid off a little while ago, so I'm in big trouble. Trying to land a regular job again, so it's a pain in the ass. And I've got a side job plus this, and I need a third one. And so, like, I haven't had the time really to put together the way I want to that video. So I'm sorry for that. I really want to get that out there. I don't know if it's going to be done now because we're kind of getting past the point where it's valuable anymore, maybe, or... But I don't know. That might be a clip that's like evergreen forever. So maybe I should put it together because it will forever be watched and viewed and laughed at. And so if I were to put it together well, it might, you know, it essentially might do well. I'm not sure. So maybe I should put some effort into it. But right now I've just been so busy. We are about to hit 9,000 followers on Facebook. To give you some perspective with how impressive that is on Facebook, I was at 3,800 followers on Facebook for about 5 years. 5 years. And over the course of 5 years, we gained like 500 followers. So we went up to 3,962. And I was like, damn, we're never going to hit 4,000 followers on Facebook. In 6 years, in 7 years on Facebook, we've only amassed 3,900 followers. We're never going to hit 4,000 followers. But recently I've been posting a ton, making videos, sharing content with other people's stuff, sharing theirs, sharing my posts, putting up stories, playing clips, playing real, all kinds of stuff I've been doing. I've been working hard on the Facebook, and we are now about to hit 9,000 followers on the Facebook. That's 5,000 almost gained followers in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So... unbelievable stuff there. I've been working on that pretty hard. I can probably get anybody's Facebook to trend at this point. I could probably get anybody's YouTube to trend at this point. I could probably get anybody's Instagram, whatever it is that you have. So if anybody's working on this, or you have a business, or you have something like that, reach out to me. I'm doing side work, side gigs. So show me what you have. I can tell you whether I can or can't work with you. And just share that with your friends, family, businesses, whatever. I can get it going, man. I can get anything going. I have multiple YouTube channels that people don't even know about, and they just, boom, they take off. I know how to do it. I know what I'm doing, and I can get it going for you. I think when you get to a far advanced level, then you should reach out to bigger guys that can help out with crazier stuff. Trust me, I don't know everything, or this channel would have like 1 million subscribers. How about the people that say they can do all this stuff for you, and then you look at their channel and they have like 10,000 subscribers, and you're like, what are you talking about? You don't even,
Chat
the fuck am I going to give you anything for?
What happened,
Leah.
Joe? Did WrestleMania fail? I could notice that the hype was not like it was in previous years. Triple H is not the man, maybe.
No, I'll tell you exactly. I can tell you a lot about what happened, Prayesh Muhamdar. Thank you, Prayesh Muhamdar, all the way in India. He is a sex beast. What, Leah? Oh, Gavin came and told me something about water pressure. Yeah. Oh, so there is a problem.
And when I filled up, I noticed when I filled up the back, and then I flushed the toilet, the water that came back is dirty.
So there's a problem. Yeah.
I'm just letting you know that basically, if you need to use the toilet, you're gonna have to fill the back tank.
Okay. There's an issue. Okay. Did you look on the...
No.
What if the bomb drops on your head right now?
Oh!
What if the bomb drops on your head right now?
Oh
What if
my
the
God,
bomb
the
drops on your
crater!
head right now? What if the bomb drops on your head right now?
My God! My water pressure's
What if
gone!
the bomb drops on your
But
head
my
right now?
nuclear radiation pressure is on fire! And it's
What if the bomb
exploding!
drops on your head right now?
What if a bomb dropped on your head? Oh my God! The crater!
A few weeks ago you said that all donations matter and it could go to putting gas in the car. That shit hit home. Make sure you're a good bro.
Whoa.
Believe in yourself the way we do.
Yeah, you know, I have tried to be really positive. You know, Creator, I got to be honest, bro. Thank you. That's crazy that you just dropped $120. That is absolutely crazy, Creator. You know, I try to. I don't want to get into that too much because I don't want to bring everybody down. I'm ready to go. I've had a ton of coffee. I feel pretty good right now. So I don't want to dive backwards into the darkness. But I got some massive depression problems, and then also some, I might be, I don't know if I'm like bipolar or something. I don't know. But like, I don't know what it is, bro. But I'm also, really under a lot of stress and pressure and stuff. I'm living week to week. Every week is a fight of like, do we have enough? Do we have this? I don't know what's going on. And nothing is enough ever, right? It's not ever enough. My bills are $6,800 a month. Like, I don't know, like, it's crazy. So anyway, I don't want to get into it, but I thank you for realizing that or acknowledging that or trying to pump me up. I appreciate that. But I'm good to go today. I'm pumped up right now. In a couple of hours, I might not be. I might be staring at a wall. But, I clearly need some sort of medication probably, but I don't know. We'll be okay. I am in a much better mood when I do well, but when, that's what people go, oh, you don't need to do well. You need to do well. You feel a lot better. Trust me. I know what I felt like in 2014. It wasn't good. Wasn't good. And I know what I felt like in 2019, and it was amazing. It was amazing how I felt in 2019. I was like, this is life. I love life every day, the entire day. I love it all. Thank you, God, everybody. And then in 2022, 23, it was like, oh, why am I here? So thank you though. I appreciate it. I feel good today though. I don't like, there's a lot of YouTubers and streamers and people and they talk about all their things and their problems, whatever. Nobody wants to hear that. We want to talk about wrestling and whatever, but I appreciate you, and thank you. But I just want to entertain everybody who's here. You guys are on your break or your lunch or your day, and shit's going wrong for you or going good or you're having a good time. Whatever it is, you want to hear that. You don't want to hear about, whatever. I can tell you about later. But what the hell else did you just say? Because you said something else, and there was more to it. A few weeks ago, you said, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, thank you, creator. Okay, that's all you said. Oh, yeah, Prayesh Muhamdar before that said something. He said, why did WrestleMania fail? All right, I'm going to tell you, we're going to go into that. Why did WrestleMania fail? First, we're going to put creator's $120 bomb up here, because I don't think anyone's going to probably be able to beat that. But there you go, creator. Why did WrestleMania fail? They're not going to consider it a failure, so forget. There's a lot of people out there that are going to be like, it didn't fail. What are you talking about? I don't think WrestleMania failed, but like for a lot of the more intense fans, it was kind of a failure. So for a marginal group, it's a failure. I would say like 30% of the WWE audience think WrestleMania was a failure. And then I would say that maybe 20% of them think it was a letdown. And then the other 50% I think probably thought it was okay or good. And I'm serious. So half the audience thinks WrestleMania was okay or good. And the other half thinks it was a letdown kind of or was a failure. So, but from WWE's perspective, with how much money they made, they think it was a massive success. But inside, they know the feedback they're getting, and that's why they're going after people. They're going after people like crazy. How come last year they didn't go after anybody? They pretty much didn't go after anybody last year because they were like, yeah, Cody Rhodes finished the story. You guys love this, don't you? We love it too. We love everybody. Let's love it all up. We're loving it. Loving an elevator. Like they were like Aerosmithing it up. By the way, oh shit. Why did I just delete the creator? Did I just delete the creator? Wait a minute. Oh, okay. No, I didn't delete the creator. I just copied my video. Okay. Let's put the 76,000 subscribers up because that's pretty cool. Subscribers. There was more stuff I wanted to say from the creator's donation. I think I lost my mind, my train of thought or whatever. $40 an hour will be good for $6,800 a month bills. Yeet, says Dreamer's Lane. Yeah, man. Isn't that crazy that I owe that much? It is what it is. Oh yeah, I have no water pressure. Somebody hit a water main near me, and we have no water right now. So that's an issue. I gotta tell my son. Actually, he came down and said there was something wrong. He's right. Well, how am I going to take my shower then that I was supposed to take? We might have to take a trip to Grammy's house. I got it. I'm like that. I have to shower. Or I feel really annoyed and pissed off. Is anybody else like that? Oh, I know what it was. Somebody in the chat asked me about Cash App or something. Did somebody ask me about that? Somebody asked about Venmo and Cash App in the chat. Who was that? My bad. Let me see if I can get it for you. Who was it that asked that? Scam Tune says, I got 12,000 views last week on YouTube. It's hard to get subs. I'm still at 600. My channel is just a hobby for me. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to do it. It's definitely hard to do it. There's the Cash App. I don't know. I'm not sure if you wanted it for some reason. You don't have to do anything, but I mean, you asked me about Cash App. That's the Cash App. Who asked me, though? They had something else I thought that they said, and I wanted to answer it for them because I forget what they said. I don't know. This is the Venmo and Cash App. All right, well, I'll scroll through the comments. I'll find it. But I know somebody asked about it. Prayesh Muhamdar's question about WrestleMania. Let's go back into WrestleMania. Why did WrestleMania fail? If you think WrestleMania failed, some people don't think it failed, but some people do. So we'll go into that. I forget who asked about Cash App. That's driving me nuts because I saw like a glancing comment. Okay. Well, there it is. There's Patreon, there's Venmo, there's Cash App, there's paypal.me/Joe Cronin Show. And then, of course, for the live alerts on the show, Streamlabs is pinned to the top of the chat. That's the best place. Streamlabs pinned to the top of the chat. Anyway, let's move on from there. I plugged all my stuff. The Creator dropped a $120 bomb. I don't think anybody's like that's probably going to cement there. So WrestleMania had why some of us think that WrestleMania failed is because the build-up to WrestleMania was not great, right? I think there was a lot of build-up that was lackluster. I think that the Jey Uso and Gunther build-up was pretty good, but they overdid it. So even that was just overdone. They were fighting every week. They were doing stuff every week. But, at this point, I would rather not crap on that. I got to be honest. I would rather have those two guys every week going at each other's throats and attacking each other and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I would rather have that than have, like, nobody doing almost anything or, like, last-minute attacks or last-minute things happen in the last week or two. Or have John Cena go out there every week and just do the same kind of promo every day, every time he comes out, and the same thing goes on. I would rather that stuff than that happen. Damn, you guys are wild today. What is going on? You guys are crazy. Thank you to I don't even know if people want to be shouted out, but Blair, thank you, Blair, for sending Venmo. Send a Venmo dono in. Blair, what's going on? Thank you so much. I got it. And Nessa, what's up? Nessa's, listen, thank you, Ness, sending in a $25 via Cash App. Man, Nessa, you didn't have to do that. That's a lot. That is a lot. Whenever you think to yourself, that's not a lot. That's a lot, and it all adds up. That's a lot. Anytime you take some money and you donate it, it's like when I donated to that guy who had the cancer thing or whatever a little while back, and I'm like, I mean, I only sent $5, but if everybody who thought, only $5 didn't do it, you know what I mean? If everybody did it, was like, yeah, $5 does matter. I'll do that. And everybody did it. That guy would have had a whole lot more help. But so I sent my $5 in, and then I looked and I saw all the people that sent $5, and there was like 1,000 people that sent $5 into this guy. And I'm like, damn, that's pretty good. 1,000 people sent this guy for his cancer stuff. 1,000 times 5, that's 5,000. That's huge. So it took a lot of people to come together to get one little lump sum. It worked out. And then there was all these other people. Of course, Jericho donated. Jericho is so good. Always donating. But anyway, thank you, Nessa, and thank you to Blair. I just got those. But yeah, so the lack of build, the storylines, the week-to-week shows are not good. And in the end, basically what you did was you made everybody do what they do with AEW a lot sometimes, which is like, okay, I didn't really like the week-to-week show, and I didn't really like the build of the stories and all these other things, but I know the pay-per-view is going to be good, or it should be good. So I'll watch the pay-per-view, and we'll find out about The Rock there. Because remember, everybody was saying for weeks, where's The Rock? Why isn't The Rock here? And I think The Rock's thinking was, wow, I better remove myself. They asked me to come in and do this thing, and I did. But now people are like, where's The Rock? Where's The Rock? Well, I don't want to make it about me. I don't want to step in and get involved. So The Rock stepped back. Now, I don't think that that's really The Rock's fault. I think we're all being way too mean to The Rock. I think The Rock was trying to do what he thought was the best for like John Cena, Cody, and the company. He thought, well, I don't want to be responsible for this because I'm being seen as the number one thing. It should be about John Cena. I'm going to step back. And I think The Rock, trying to do the right thing by stepping away, he didn't realize that doesn't matter. It's already too late. You are already the final boss because you literally said it for the last 2 years. And now you're involved. You're just involved. That's it. It's too late. I'm sorry, but it's too late. Rock, if you're listening, which you're not, but Dwayne Johnson, Rock, whoever's listening to this that knows The Rock, I don't care if there's some jerk off who writes things that might be listening to this. You got to get to The Rock. You've got to show him this. You got to talk to him. And maybe, but The Rock is out there saying that, anybody ranting about this is getting worked themselves. So I don't know. Are they working us on being stupid and ruining Mania? I don't know. The Rock was asked to come in for ticket sales. He does. They have this whole thing about the soul and the final boss and all that stuff. Then The Rock says, well, this is crazy. I got to get out of this. I'm too much involved. But that's wrong. That's the reason why you still need to be involved. Because you started the story, you got to finish it. So The Rock is the most important heel. He eclipses John Cena. People don't really fully buy the John Cena heel thing. That's just how it's gone. And this is why people that say, oh, it's as big as the Hogan turn. It's not. Now, it was close. The night of that it happened, it was close, and it was big that night. But after that, it's been seen as kind of a dud. You know what I mean? Because people are not fully accepting Cena as a heel, and The Rock is on the horizon, and he is seen as heel. So whether you were there or not, Rock is still seen as the number one heel, and he's still seen as the guy, the final boss. So not having him there hurt everything, and continuously still not having him there or introducing him or having him around is hurting things. So on heel, we are hurting things, seen as the guy still at this point. Let me just get let me get Nessa on here. Let's put Nessa on the board for the Cash App. And if you guys tell me in your thing you don't want it, let me know. I won't put you on, but I'll put you on with some kind of nickname or something. Whatever you want. You guys just let me know. Put Nessa up there. 76,000 subs. We'll put Blair up here too. Because the Cash Apps don't alert on the screen. But we'll do something fun for people that do that. Your internet froze? Damn. Well, my water's out, so I don't know what's up with that. Let's play some more donos.
I'm gonna leave this briefcase right here. I'm gonna leave this briefcase right here. I'm gonna leave this briefcase right here.
It's the man. It's the main event. Ace.
I'm gonna leave this briefcase right here. Son, run, you fat bitch.
You're so mean to people here.
Run, you fat bitch. Run,
these lovely ladies.
Run, you fat bitch. Run.
That dude is skinny.
Fat bitch. Run, you fucking fat bitch. Don't you think I'm a fucking terrorist? Run, you fat bitch. Run, you fat bitch.
Your tracks today.
Never run so hard in all your damn life. Run, you fat bitch.
Thank you guys for helping the show.
I guess we know the difference between Steve Austin and Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash tier squads. Steve Austin wrecks them. Love you, Joe. Get dinner on me. Flexed bicep emoji.
Wow, brother. Thank you so much. Main event Ace. Thank you so much, man, for dropping a $19.99 super chat. You
donated $50. I'm gonna take my dick out because you donated $50. You donated $50, motherfucker boy. I'm a rich motherfucker.
Holy crap.
Fix your water, you bum lol. I'm blessed to be able to donate what I can. WrestleMania seems like it was booked by someone playing universe mode.
Yeah.
Very predictable. It was mid at best. Never thought I'd say it, but I miss the Russo swerve.
Yeah, this is a great point that we haven't gotten to yet in this rant that I've been doing, kind of, is that's the other problem. You know, so just to condense this and make it go by really quicker, the week-to-week stories weren't that great, and in the end you were left with saying, well, the build-up has not been good, really, except for maybe Charlotte, some of the Jey Uso stuff, and the idea that Cena's a bad guy now, but there's been no really good build-up every week and exciting shows every week. They've been kind of boring, not that good, and now it's WrestleMania, and everything we thought was going to happen happened. We thought that Paul Heyman was going to turn heel and join Seth, or turn heel, or whatever, turn on CM Punk, turn on Roman Reigns. You know what really would have been good is if Paul Heyman had turned on CM Punk, turned on Roman Reigns, and then seemed like he joined with Seth Rollins, and then Seth Rollins, all of a sudden, Brock Lesnar's music hit. Boom, 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 dum, 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 dum. And Brock Lesnar starts coming out, and Seth Rollins' eyes go wide, and he goes, holy shit. And he goes, what the hell? And he's staring out at Lesnar. And then he drops the chair, and then Paul Heyman picks up the chair, and then and then Seth goes, wait a minute, and he turns around. Heyman hits him in the head with the chair, or he just low blows him like he did to everybody. And now Lesnar comes out, and he just kills all three guys, and he destroys them all and leaves them all wrecked in the ring. The problem is, I don't know what to do then after that, because now the match isn't over, right? The match is not over. And what, you're going to end WrestleMania now with, what, Lesnar laid out everybody? But I'm assuming that you couldn't have Lesnar there, because my prediction was, well, Lesnar will come back the night after Raw, after Mania, and he didn't. So I'm concerned now. Now I think that Lesnar's out of the whole game again, that he's not playing ball with them, and he's not happy. We all know how much he loves Vince, too. So if Lesnar doesn't feel good about that, maybe he's never coming back again. I don't know. But let's say you can't do that. You can't do that. I don't know. Then what do you do? Maybe Roman Reigns gets taken out, and then Roman Reigns is on the ground, and he's ready to be pinned. He's out of it for sure. He's going to lose, and CM Punk goes to pin him, and Paul Heyman low blows CM Punk. CM Punk falls down, and now Seth is getting up, and that's when Paul Heyman hands the chair to Seth, and everybody, they stare at each other, they look around, and you're like, oh, Paul Heyman's with Seth. We knew it. We knew Paul Heyman was with Seth. And then Seth Rollins stands over, Punk, and Roman is starting to get up, and Seth goes, here comes your payback, Roman, and he goes to swing the chair, and Paul Heyman low blows Seth Rollins, and Paul Heyman is with Roman. I don't know. But we knew what was going to happen, and it happened. And I don't know if I blame anybody for that. I think I would have booked it the same. But but my point in all this is night one was predictable. So everything that happened night one wasn't that great. And then in the end, in the main event, the thing you thought was going to happen happened. So you went, yeah, that's crazy, but I saw that coming. Okay, night two, and then night two happens. Now, night two was better, wrestling-wise. I mean, I think the Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest match entertained me. I liked that. But then, and a few other things entertained me too. But then in the end, the John Cena thing was just kind of like, it was like, all right. But we all knew this. We all thought that was going to happen too, kind of. We really thought that was going to go down that way. But you got no Rock. That's the funny thing. It went down the way you thought it was going to go down, but we got no Rock. That's the crazy thing. So, it's just crazy. Oh, Brian, I got your Cash App, Brian. Thank you, brother. Let me put you on the board here. Hey, man, thank you for going out of your way to send that, dude. Long-time guy. Nice of you to send, brother. We'll put you all on the board. The Creator. Donating through PayPal. You guys can use Streamlabs. It's pinned to the top of the chat. Use Streamlabs. That's the best thing. But I know some people don't like that or they don't want to use that, so they want to use Cash App or Venmo or whatever. I understand that. I should probably put the Streamlabs on this picture too. Probably one thing missing from this picture is Streamlabs. But let's see if we can get it. I mean, pretty much you guys all know what it is, but yeah, there's paypal.me/Joe Cronin Show, but that doesn't give you the live alerts. So this will give you the live alerts. Some people like to have the donation alerts play. So for those people that like the donation alerts to play, you make sure you use streamlabs.com/evilspectrum111111 pit tip or whatever. It's pinned to the top of the chat. But if you want to just send it privately, you can do PayPal, or you can do Venmo, or you can do Cash App, or you can become a Patreon, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. You guys get a ton of content there, bonus content, bonus stuff. So thank you guys. This is really crazy. You guys are going nuts today. This is wild. I would have done stuff yesterday, but I was afraid. AEW isn't. I haven't been doing well on my Wednesday shows, so I went and worked a side job for like 10 hours and made like $80. So you guys have already donated more to this stream today than I made all day grinding my fucking body to death. So thank you for that. Thank you. The Final Boss. The Prototype says, I sent almost $500 last month. Did you? What did you did, right? You donated as the Prototype, right? I don't know, man. Where did you send it? I'm trying to think of like the donation list, like, because only if you use Streamlabs, you get put on the leaderboard. But if you don't use Streamlabs, you don't get put on the leaderboard for some reason. So we have to manually put you on this leaderboard. I'm trying to think. Oh, Prototype. Yes, you did. I know Prototype. Yeah, I remember. You did send that. That's right. You did send that much. That's crazy, Prototype. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, you sent a ton last month. That was wild. That's right. I remember that, Prototype. Wild shit. Shout out to you, Prototype. The Prototype. Is Ahmed Johnson still retired? I would think so. I'm sure Ahmed Johnson has not been enjoying, like, being buried by Triple H has been crapping on. He's like, yeah, I wrestled with this really piece of shit loser wrestler, dangerous in the ring and a terrible guy, and he's like Ahmed Johnson. So like somewhere Ahmed Johnson has got to be getting a hold of that clip and just breaking every piece of furniture in his living room. Like he's got to be pissed, right? I mean, he's got to be hurt or pissed or like, I feel, listen, Triple H knows Ahmed Johnson better than us. You know what I mean? I think that, I don't know. I almost feel bad if I was Triple H. I'd be like, listen, I worked with a guy. I didn't like him at the time. He pissed me off. He wasn't good at the time. I thought he was dangerous. But he was impressive, and he, sort of thing. And, I'm sure he's probably who knows what, I don't know whatever happened to him. I hope he's doing well in life now. And, he was, he had a lot of upside. It didn't work out. I felt bad about that. He could have been a little more gentle, to Ahmed Johnson. But no, man, Triple H savaged on Ahmed Johnson. He just crapped on him. He was like, I don't care. Just get pissed on. You know what I'm saying? Just get pissed on. And that's because I always think about what if the guy's struggling in life, his story, wrestling didn't work out and whatever, and now you're getting buried in public by a guy who's going to get millions of views calling you a loser idiot. It's just kind of crazy. Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, I feel like I work 24/7. I think I sleep 5 hours, maybe. I don't even know. Hopefully someday I won't have 3 jobs, Hopefully someday the YouTube career will take off again and be my full-time job again. Because 3 jobs sucks. It is awful. But, you know, I got to get into like making big sales and insurance or something like that. I think I need to switch jobs to like insurance, you know. That way we can really you know, destroy, make some $1 million deals. Did you send another $5, Brian? I think you just sent another $5, Brian. If you did, thank you, brother. Let me take a look. Oh yeah, you did. Thank you, Bryant. Look at Nessa, man. Nessa's too pretty to send money. That's crazy. Oh, he sent 5 and 5, so I put 10 on the board. Okay, so I got you. Okay. We're good. Anyway, so those are the reasons why I think, you know, WrestleMania failed. WrestleMania had trouble. Why people are seeing it kind of negatively. I still think, like, you know, someone said it's not too big to fail. I just think the idea of Cena and Cody and stuff like that, I think that is a little too big to fail, because so many people are just going to think it was great, that they're going to be okay. But the negativity is starting to build and starting to swirl. And I think WWE is starting to get angry at this, and that's why they're going after a lot of people, especially if you play the roast, man. They are coming after you if you play the roast. If you didn't hear me at the beginning of the show, even if you put 20 seconds of the roast up, they are taking it down. They're taking it down. Solar panels is where the money's at. Well, you know, solar, I feel like solar's on the way out, because the commissions for solar are way down. It's oversaturated. I agree with you. I wish I got into solar 10 years ago. If I got into solar 10 years ago, I'd probably be rich right now. But, like, solar is really oversaturated right now.
Shit bomb!
And the commissions are down.
Hi, guys. Beautiful weather today.
Hello there.
Joe, do you have an OnlyFans account?
Yes, I do.
I have one and it pays well. No nudes or feet, just cooking and ASMR stuff. I think you'd be good at it. D. Welsh wants me to do full porn, but I...
Oh, okay, man. Yeah, he'll probably whore you out, Mary. Thank you for the $5 and becoming a $5 shit bomb. But yes. Yeah, you can always send me the stuff, Prototype. That's all good. You can always send me that stuff. One of my best sales jobs I ever got was because somebody suggested me and then suggested it to me. So I will say that. One of my best sales jobs ever was because someone suggested it to me. So yeah, no, listen, I'm open to it if you have something good. But I don't do well with memorized scripts. So if it's like a 9-page script, I'm not doing it. I had a solar position at one point, and they were like, we got 2 weeks in, and then they were like, oh, it's an 11-page script. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? 11 pages? I'm not learning that. And I didn't. Never do an 11-page script. I'll be honest, I don't even like a 1-page script. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like a 1-page script. So it's got to be like, you know, mostly easy. I would say that I've had a lot of success, but I never can quite find the right groove, if that makes any sense. One time I literally, you know what my favorite close is in sales, if you're in sales? The funniest close in the world. The funniest sale you can make ever. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite thing ever. You're going to love it because I love it. And it's, why don't you just take it? Like, why don't you just do it? Is the greatest close ever. Or it's not really. It's fucking stupid kind of, but like, it's like my favorite thing ever. Because when you hear it, it's crazy. I have it on, I still to this day, when I used to sell cell phones, I have this audio of the guy taking it, and it's still my favorite audio ever. It's like, it's so funny, dude. It's like, here's your screen protector, here's your phone case, here's your 2 power chargers and everything. Oh, it's $160. Oh, I just wanted the free upgrade and everything. Yeah. No, but here's why. The chargers are going to make sure the phone doesn't break and everything. The screen protector, if it breaks while it's on your phone, you can bring it to any of the stores, and it's $100 replacement on them. So it's kind of a no-brainer. Absolutely you're covered. And then these chargers are going to make sure that your battery doesn't get destroyed by some Chinese charger that, is made by who knows who, and it destroys your phone. This is a $3,000 phone. You don't want it destroyed, right? Right, exactly. You want the charger. You want the phone case. Da-da-da. No, no, no. And then the guy says no like 3 times. And then I'm like, well, again, you can take advantage of all these features that are going to come with this package. It's the package I offer to everybody. So, why don't you just go ahead and get it? Okay. It's the funniest thing ever. You just said the same thing you said 5 other times, and you just go, you should just get it. Yeah, okay. It's the funniest thing ever. It's the funniest. That cracks me up every time. Why don't you just take it? Just do it. I remember I was sitting in a guy's home one time. $100,000. $100,000 in windows and in home improvement. $100,000, right? I'm sitting there like we're like over the budget. So I'm gonna make $10,000. And we're sitting there. I'm there for 3 hours. 3 freaking hours in this guy's living room. And they were like, well, we're gonna think about it. He hit me with everything. We're like 6 objections in, and we're getting through everything. And finally I go, Chuck, bro, it was like a mob thing. I'm like, this is everything you want. This is everything your wife wants. This was a 2-hour drive for me. Let's get this done really quick for you. You've been putting this off like crazy. You want to go with us. You like everything about us. This is a no-brainer. Let's just do this today. Let's just do it. And the guy goes, okay. What? Crazy. It's the greatest close ever. Just take it. Just take it. All I want you to do is scissor me. The creator, bundle it. Yeah, get bundled. That's what happens. Get bundled.
Austin Theory should join up with Seth, Heyman and Braun and be the Orton of the group.
Wow.
Grayson Waller is better off as a single heel superstar.
Yeah, I think that if you put Austin Theory in the group, that would be okay. I'm a little bit worried about Austin Theory's stink, though. Main event ace, because I was actually thinking about that yesterday. In fact, I don't remember if I did say his name. I might have said his name the other day on the show, but I remember holding back and thinking, no, don't put him in the group, because he's kind of already got a stink on him. Austin Theory needs to be redone and rebranded or whatever, or needs something to help him, but I almost worry about his stink being on the group. Now, what I would suggest doing, though, is I would have Austin Theory have a whole shift in his personality and change his whole thing, because Austin Theory is in danger of being Baron Corbin. He's kind of in the waters of Baron Corbin. He's got that comedy side to him, but also blandness now, where it's like you could see him being a loser gambler, or whatever the hell Corbin was doing, or being homeless, or being a joke, or whatever. Anyway, he's in this sort of subclass of The Miz, and I would be very concerned about putting somebody who's failing with the group. Now, if you put Austin Theory and you relaunch him as a singles character by himself, and it starts taking off a little bit and doing pretty well, then I would bring him in on the group. Like, holy shit, now he's here. He was doing well on his own. So I would I would make him prove it first, though, and then bring him in on the group. But I would not bring him in the group right now because his stock is so shit that I'd be afraid that his crap would rub off on some of what Seth and Braun Breaker are doing. So that's why I would not do that. The Bullfrog just reached out to me and asked asked why the roast wasn't played. Critical Mix Theory on Twitter just said, good, it's supposed to be a private, phones down event. Okay, so I didn't even know that. So you're not supposed to record it, upload it, video it. They probably mentioned that to people. Now, that could be because the WWE never wants to release the roast ever, or ever wants it to get out there ever, which is weird that they set it up as this private, secret-like event, but advertised it everywhere. It's so interesting to me. They have never really done anything like that. Has WWE ever really done this sort of like private, closed-in, weird event like they did with the roast? You know, I don't think so. So that is, yeah, that I'm looking at. That's very interesting to me what they did. But, you know, or did they plan on potentially releasing the roast later after they maybe edited it so that they could get out a lot of the controversial stuff that they know they would, you know, be canceled for or be in trouble for, that they don't want out there? So I'm wondering if that's the case, that they were going to edit it and then release some of it later and have, you know, have it worked out that way. But I don't know. That's my guess. But yeah, I didn't know it was such a private event. If I knew that, I would never, you know, even have tried to play it anywhere. But like I said, other people have reached out to me and told me about the issues, and they have had their stuff taken down and things taken out, and it's been kind of crazy for anybody, you know, posting anything about the roast. So good luck to you if you posted anything about the roast, because you want to take it down. They're going to get you. The WWE lawyers are pissed. They're out there looking. Austin Theory needs to be a lone male in a female faction. Yeah, that, you know, kind of like Dom. I mean, yeah, that could kind of work. That might work. Sick Boy versus Crash Holly. Isn't Sick Boy my buddy? Isn't that the guy that I've known from Florida? I'm in the middle of a lawsuit with a solar company. It's a scam business, says Yeeg Mart. You know, I don't know if it's like a scam company, but it doesn't work out for everybody. So I'm just going to tell you right now, if you're thinking about solar, I'll explain it to you. Okay, so there's multiple things that can go wrong, right? First of all, the solar company could potentially own your roof. Second of all, if they damage your roof, there could be problems. Third of all, if the solar panels don't make you enough money, then in the end, it's really not helping you at all. So you want to make sure that you're going in knowing the numbers and that it makes sense, that you're going to save money eventually, and that it does make sense for you, right? The biggest thing is, like, my mother bought a house with solar panels that are paid off, right? So my mother bought a house with solar panels that are paid off. My mother pays $8 some months for electrical. Some months she makes money. Some months she owes, like winter months and dark months and whatever, she owes like $30. So my mother made out huge on solar panels because she didn't even pay for them. She buys the house, pays the mortgage, comes with solar panels. Her electric bills are nothing. My mother has like no electrical bills. That's crazy. And that's real. Now, if you're paying if your electrical bill right now is like
New subscriber.
You fucking mark!
oh shit. JC. 5 times JC. Thank you for subbing to the channel. What's up? If your solar panels or your solar costs are how do we make this thicker? Okay. If your solar panels are okay, so if your solar bill is $400 a month, $400 a month, and then you buy solar panels and you they cost you, the solar panels cost you $380 a month. I don't know what I don't even know what the numbers are right now. But let's say that's $380 a month. Well, and the solar panels only make you they make you $100 a month, right? Well, you're paying $400. The solar panels cost you $380. That's crazy. So it's only $20. And now you only make $100. So what are you down to? $270 plus $290? Right? So that makes sense. But what if the solar panels cost you $400 and your electric bill is $280? Well, now you're paying more money for the electric panels. So it's you need to find out how much the electric panels are going to make you, how much they're going to cost you versus how much a month you were paying. And now in 10 to 15 years, when your contract is up when your financing is up, you've paid off the solar panels, 10 to 15 years, now everything is free. How much are the solar panels making you, right? Because now what's your electric bill going to be in 15 years? It should be like $1,000 a month, right? According to the electric company going up. So every year it goes up. So they use that to kind of sell you hey, your electric bills are going to go up every month, right? It's going to keep going up 10 to 15 years. So they take the projection of how much, your electric bill is going to be per month or per year, and they start adding it up. Hey, every year your electric bill goes up $20 to $30 at least, right? And so you add that on, you project 10 years, and you say, damn, this is how much electrical is going to cost you every year. But solar panels are locked in at the $300 a month or $400 a month. And then in 10 years or 15 years, you've paid that off. You don't pay anymore. And now it's all you're making that. So it can make sense, maybe. But you also have to make sure you go with the right solar company. You want to go with a solar company that's going to be around. You don't want to go with a solar company you never heard of or a smaller one. You want to go with a huge one, who's not going anywhere, because you need someone who's going to service those solar panels for the next 10 or 15 years. If you go with Jack's Solar, you know what I mean, and then they're not in business in 5 years and they sell off to somebody else doesn't have to service you. You're just left with nothing. You know what I mean? It's like if you buy a Volkswagen and then Volkswagen goes out of business everywhere. Well, now you've got to bring your Volkswagen into a regular mechanic to get it fixed. They're not going to take care of it. And if the regular mechanic says, well, I don't fix Volkswagens, or we don't have those parts anymore, well, you're screwed. It's just like a video game. Oh, the servers went down. Well, how do I play this game? It's online only. Well, you're fucked. So you want to go with a big company, because solar panel companies are going out of business every 2 seconds. If I was selling solar, this would be how I start the fucking pitch. Hey, I'm with Sunrun or Momentum or some bigger company or whatever the big companies are. I go with all the big companies, and I'm with that company. I'm not with Philadelphia or Philly Solar or Philly Cheesesteak Solar Company. I'm with a big solar company. We're not going anywhere. Here's why. Here's how I can prove that. But here's all the people that did go with solar that didn't work out. Or they got, you know what I'm saying? You're screwed. So there's so many things to solar. It works sometimes. And sometimes it doesn't work. But one thing is for sure, there's a sales guy who wants to sell you it regardless of which camp you're in. Now, if it absolutely makes no sense and you get no sunlight and it's just dead, they probably won't sell it to you. They'll look at it. It'll be so bad that they'll be like, oh, no, yeah, we can't do it. So there are cases that it's so bad that they won't do it. But there are some cases where it's, hey, I'm going to make $5,000 and this will maybe someday help you. Probably not. Or it will help you in 15, 20 years. Are you going to be alive in 15, 20 years? So if you're in your 20s or your early 30s and you got the money and it makes sense and you want to do it, it might be a good idea. But if you're like 50, 60, 70 years old and you're not really sure and it's not adding up, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't do it. I mean, you're going to help somebody else when they buy your house. Yeegmart says the second the solar company puts equipment on your property, they tell the loan company it's complete. Then you got a half-ass system and a full bill. That's true. Fly by Night LLC says Big Merc. Yes, exactly. Fly by Night. Almost every solar company that's ever been created is out of business. And almost every solar company that will be created will be out of business in 5 years. The company I'm suing went bankrupt. They filed the day we had court. Yep. There you go. Yeegmart. If they go bankrupt, you're screwed. And also, the other thing about stuff is whenever you do something, you make sure it's in the contract. If they tell you something, oh, that's awesome, I love that. Can you show me in the contract where that is? Make them show you the fucking contract. And when you're signing it, and even then, it's not fully guaranteed. It's not fully guaranteed. But if you're signing it, make sure you're signing the page, and then I would even, if you have a lawyer, I would have the lawyer look at it. I would say, like, I'd love to have this signed. Can you send me the whole contract? I want to look at it. I agree with everything. Let me have my lawyer look at it, and then if that everything checks out, I'm going to be happy to sign with you. And do it that way. And have your lawyer look at it. Make sure the contract holds up. But also make them show you where in the contract. If the guy doesn't know where it is in the contract, or he can't figure it out, especially if it's a big promise or a big deal thing, it doesn't matter. You signed a contract and they told you something and it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Oh, I wanted you to make sure that all of the outside of the thing is going to be resurfaced. Oh yeah, well, we're going to do that. Oh, you are? Okay. Where is that in the contract? So just make sure that it's all there. It was my credit for 3 years. It just went away. Credit went up 150 points. It's very vague contract favoring the solar company and the loan company. Yeah, most of them are. Contracts aren't there to protect you. They don't have contracts to protect you. They have contracts to protect them, and they'll even tell you that it's. But they'll tell you that's this is our contract is to protects you. But most contracts protect the companies. But ours isn't like that, and they'll spin it that theirs is actually there to protect you. It's not. So be careful with everybody. But there's some good companies out there. But they're all lying about the contract though. So everybody is lying about their contracts, and everybody's lying about everything they're doing, and that's just the fact, or they don't know enough, or the sales guy don't care, or whatever. So yeah, just make sure you know what you know. Anyway, we've gone completely off the rails of wrestling talk, but let me check out some of the news. We're supposed to do some more wrestling stuff. Joe sounds like he was my salesman. Right? Well, if I was in your house selling you solar, I would be scaring you that, hey, you don't want to trust just any other company. You want to make sure you go with somebody reputable. Like, most companies go out of business in 5 years. We're not going to be like that. Also, most contracts just protect the company. They don't protect you. Here's why ours does protect you. And I would go through all of those motions to prove to you in some way of my approval, my skill, to show you why it's going to be okay. But it's not going to be okay. So you got to be careful. When I even when I sold windows, I thought that customers were protected, and they weren't. But I could write in the contract certain things that were binding and were legal. So I would do that in front of the customer. I would write it in, and pretty much every time, the company would adhere to it. So one thing I can say is, although sometimes it won't hold up in court, if the company has integrity, they'll do it because they don't want to hurt the customer. I had a sales guy call me one time. I had a manager call me one time and say, did you put in the contract that we were going to rebuild every single window and you didn't upcharge $2,000 per window? And I said, yeah, I didn't know I was supposed to do that. I put in like $300 for every window. He goes, that's the minimum. This is going to cost us so much, whatever. And he goes, but I don't want to go to court and I don't want to whatever. He goes, I could win this back if we went to court. He's like, but I'm not going to do that because you put it in the contract. And I'm like, yeah, I put it in the contract. And they got mad at me, but they still had to do it for the customer. So it protected the customer and me and them. And in the end, the company could have taken it out of my money, and they took some of my money. I said, well, listen, I made $3,000 on the deal. Give me $300 and take the rest. If I screwed up, fine. And they didn't. They just ate it. But because I put it in there and I signed it, I would have been in court too. So I put it in the contract. I put myself out there. The customer watched me do it. The company watched it. And it would have held up, I think, for the customer in court because of the way I worded it. I worded it. Customer will have all encasements rebuilt from the frame out. Complete woodwork, seal before the window is inserted. It's like I wrote it very clearly, signed it. Every single window. That means 36 windows. I wrote it word for word for word. Protected the customer with what I did. Another guy might have written it differently. Like frames to be installed, rebuilt when needed. Well, what does that mean? When needed. Well, that means that they could get there and say, well, we really only needed to rebuild one or two of them. Or we didn't really need to build any of them. And that in court wouldn't hold up right. It would be like, well, you said the frames will be rebuilt as necessary, as needed. They determined that was zero needed to be done. And so I upcharged $300 per window, and now we're in court, and they say, yeah, we got proof. We didn't need to rebuild any of them. And then we charged the customer the extra $300. Probably customer loses. But I wrote specifically the number of windows, every window, predetermined, will be rebuilt. So it all depends on that. Anyway, my bad. And I don't know everything. I could be wrong about some of the stuff, and some of the stuff, it depends on the state and your legal. Don't trust me for advice on everything. I'll just tell you one thing. Some people have solar panels. It's awesome. They're saving money. They love it. Some people, they have solar panels, and it's not doing anything for them yet, but eventually it will help them. And some people got solar panels, and it's not really ever going to help them, but they wanted to help the environment, so they did it, whatever. Other people got solar panels, they got ripped off and robbed and lied to, or somebody just made a mistake, and it's not helping them at all, and it sucks. Other people got massively ripped off, and the company that installed their shit isn't even in business anymore, and what they have is worthless until they get someone else to do something, and that's going to cost them more money. So in the end, it was worthless. So be very careful with what you do and be very smart about it. Egmart says, I'm in my 40s, pissed, got into a $100K contract with a shit company. I have to hear all the time, I told you not to go with them, 3 years of it. Oh, that sucks, man. I'm almost an expert in solar at this point. You're almost completely correct. Yeah, and you're a bigger expert than me because this is on your life and everything. You've been going at this for years. You do know it more than I do. And that's the problem, is a lot of the sales guys don't even know it at all like this. They know the numbers and how to make the sale. That's all. Anybody who wants to get into selling solar or get into doing solar, I would recommend you talk to 5 people that have been burned. And then you speak to 5 people that love it. Find out why they love it, why it's awesome, and what they're saving, and what their projections are, and what their results are. Find out all the reasons they love it. Then go talk to the 5 people that lives have been either destroyed or they've been screwed or hurt or whatever. Go talk to those 5 people on each side, put it all together, have it in your head, and then go be a good salesman. Go be a good person who sells people honesty and says, you know what, honestly looking at this, you're not going to see any good results for 10 to 15 years. Here's the risks, but a lot of people do it, and it could work out great for you. You know? But I would never want to sell people bullshit. So if you're going to sell things, work for a company that stands behind their product where almost nothing can go wrong. Something can go wrong everywhere. Anytime. No matter what company you work for, something can go wrong. But play the odds and work for a big company that stands by what they're doing and that's pretty solid, and work for them, because then you can sell with confidence that we really are going to have the customers back. Don't sell for a company that is just magic, you know, and then don't buy from a company that's just promises of magic. You know what I mean? So anyway, what the fuck are we talking about? Why do we get into why do we get into this? Unbelievable. But yeah, I've been in sales almost my whole entire life, but I've also been in customer service. And I like helping people, because if you really help somebody, you can make money, and then you can help somebody, and that's fun. But it's, you know, and not everything is helping people. Like I said, when I sold phones, I oversold stuff. I bundled people, but you know, in the end, they made the decision to buy it with money. And I mean, the chargers work great. They are real chargers. The phone screens work great. The phone cases work great. The phone is great. I sold people real stuff that they really could need that's really good. That's it. I didn't sell them something that's going to break in a week that isn't real. I sold them stuff that was really good, and I knew it was good. That's why it was $50 instead of Amazon $20, because it was good. So I have no problem pushing that when it's good. But I do have a problem when something's a piece of shit. So anyway, let's get back to the wrestling stuff. We've been talking about wrestling. I got to wrap it up. And oh my God, I got to wrap it up really quickly, actually. I got to get going. Wow, I lost track of time. Charlotte Flair seemingly reacts to being mocked during WrestleMania roast. So, like, even though the roast is being deleted and people are being flagged for it and they're getting rid of the roast everywhere, so Charlotte Flair is reacting to it. And look at this. This is the biggest news that's just coming out. The full roast leaks online. See, I told you, we literally started this stream, 2 hours ago? The news is out there that the WWE roast leaks. That's crazy. I didn't even know it was like a thing that could really be leaked. I didn't understand that. That's crazy. But that is what everybody's saying. So this is they're really going after everybody. Shawn Michaels highlights the greatest aspect of WWE Performance Center. I don't care about that. Logan Paul called part of Little kid cries and screams F you Cena after Cena beat Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 41. The Rock reacts to WrestleMania criticism accusation he threw Triple H under the bus. It does feel like some sort of a passive-aggressive move. It does feel like a power struggle. I don't care what WWE says, what anybody says. It feels like there's some kind of a power struggle with Triple H and The Rock. The Rock clearly did not like the build to WrestleMania. He said it the other day. So the fact is, The Rock doesn't like the build. He was annoyed by it, thought it was stupid. He didn't say those words. He said that he would have done better. He would have finessed things. But are you kidding me? We all know what that means, man. We know what that freaking means. The Rock did not like the build, and that's the bottom line. He said it. Rock didn't like the build. Listen, guys, I might be back a little bit later tonight, but I do got to run. It's super later than I expected. I meant to be streaming for 30 minutes to an hour. We've done almost 2 hours. I've gone way beyond the time. JJ Bulldog says, I would like for Karrion Kross or Drew McIntyre to be part of Seth's faction. Yeah, that'd be nice. I don't know about Drew McIntyre, but Karrion Kross might be okay. Karrion Kross might work just fine. So, we'll see. Sign Joe for a big money wrestling contract with Hogan Creative Control. Scarecrow shit, okay. That'd be kind of crazy. But yeah, I went over a lot of things here, I think. And there's some things that I forgot for sure that I wanted to get to, but it is what it is. So thank you guys for being here. And thank you to the Creator who dropped several donations, including that $120 bomb, man. Thank you so much to the Creator. Thank you to Nessa, Blair, Bryant. Also, thank you to everybody else who donated. Main Event Ace, Mary Welsh, and Prayesh Muhamdar, Leonard Kitty Kisser, and Haystacks Monet. Thank you guys. Creeder, thank you so much, bro. That was big. The big dog Creeder's here. Here's all the ways you guys can send love, sign up, or become a patron on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show for next month. You get tons of bonus content as well when you're a patron on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Become a member. I'll catch you guys later. Watch my videos, watch my shorts, and keep watching the channel. You'll get alerts. And if you're a patron, you'll always get the alerts that I'm live. Thanks for being here. Click the like button on your way out if you can. The like button will help out big time. Don't upload anything with the roast in it. WWE is going nuts after people. It's pretty crazy. Nessa, thank you. I'll catch you guys in a little bit later, maybe. You know what movie I watched earlier today that I haven't seen in a long time? I watched Broken Arrow. John Travolta, Christian Slater, and that chick from the Mario Brothers movie. I haven't seen that in so long, dude. That movie's great. I love that movie. It's a stupid little action movie, and I love it. It's like The Rock and all those other movies back then. Broken Arrow. What a good movie when you haven't seen it in like 8 years. But it used to be one that I watched every year. All right, guys. See you later.